In this video, we're going to discuss the recent change implemented by CBP, otherwise known as U.S. Customs and Border Protection, to stop stamping passports and what you need to do in order to check your authorized stay.
When it comes to immigration, everything changes so rapidly. That's why we will keep posting videos on their latest updates so you guys are aware of what's going on. Missing these updates can actually cause some anxiety because you start wondering if something is wrong in your particular situation.
That's why this channel is designed to help you confidently handle your own marriage immigration, coming from two lawyers who've gone through this exact same process together and have taught many others just like you to overcome this exact same challenge.
And you want to make sure you get access to our mini course, which is the perfect starting point for understanding your marriage immigration options and what you will need for each of those processes.
We know you're at a place where you're maybe not sure where to even start, or maybe you have more questions than you have answers. And this guide will help you determine what's the best approach for you. You can download it completely for free at the link in the description below.
We weren't always immigration lawyers, you know. There was a time not so long ago where we were sitting exactly where you are right now, not knowing what to do and where to start. We have worked with a ton of couples through this process and know exactly what you need to be successful. Now, knowing this new passport stamp change and how to determine your authorized stay is very important because it helps you avoid any accidental overstays, and it will help you determine when to submit your marriage adjustment application so you're not stressed out and anxious about whether you're harming your ability to stay in the US, and you begin to feel relaxed and in control of your future.
You may or may not be aware, but CBP is no longer stamping passports when you enter the US. The important thing to understand is that CBP is no longer stamping non-immigrant visas when you enter the country. CBP has eliminated passport stamps in order to streamline the entry process. However, there are three things to keep in mind.
First, this change has not been implemented at every port of entry. This is because we're still in a process of phasing out passport stamps, so there's a chance that you will pass through a port of entry that has not yet eliminated this process.
Second, you have nothing to worry about if your passport isn't stamped. You may come through a port of entry expecting to receive a stamp only to not get one. We've spoken with many couples who got immediately concerned about this. And that's a good thing because even mistakes made by the government can negatively impact your immigration. If you are in this situation, you can always quickly inquire as to why you didn't receive your stamp. You'll either find out you crossed a port of entry that has already phased out stamps, or the officer will realize they made a mistake and stamp your passport. Either way, you're covered.
Third, your entry-exit records have moved. In the past, your visa stamp would indicate that you had a valid entry into the US, provide the date of that valid entry, and indicate when your authorized stay would expire. Now, you will need to check your online form I-94 to find this information. The same information that was included in your passport stamp is also recorded in the admission records for foreign nationals. And in these admission records, these are the records for Form I-94.
Now, instead of referencing your passport stamp, you will need to check your I-94 for all of that information online. We've provided the link for you below.
When you get on this site, you can access the information by selecting Get Most Recent I-94, and that's where you can also see your entire travel history by selecting View Travel History.
You'll then get to a page where you can enter your traveler info, such as passport number, name, and date of birth, and you'll be shown your most recent I-94, which you will need to print out and submit with your adjustment application.
Here's some really important steps you will want to take if you don't receive a stamp. First, make sure you're not supposed to receive a stamp. Like we mentioned earlier, not every port of entry has phased out passport stamps. One thing you will want to do is to clarify with the officer at the port that you do not need a stamp.
Second, make sure to check your I-94. The next thing you need to do is check your I-94 online, which we've included the link below, and you'll need to make sure that there are no mistakes. This is big because they do make a lot of mistakes on those, and there are ways on how you can correct it.
Third, you may need to visit your local CBP deferred inspection site. If you check your I-94 and discover that your records have any errors, you will need to visit a local CBP deferred inspection site. Once there, you will want to speak with a CBP officer and have your records corrected. Generally, you can also email them, and they're normally very fast to respond to these types of inquiries. Also, we've included another link below to help you locate your local inspection site.
Finally, why is the I-94 so important? This record is extremely important because it includes all of your entries and exits, and it also maintains your legal immigration status.
Additionally, this record will show you how much time you've been granted to stay in the US. This is really important for marriage adjustment of status, which is the process for foreign spouses already present within the US, because you will need a legal entry to the US in order to get your green card through this process.
Additionally, any issues with overstays can complicate this process. So this is why it's very important to ensure that your I-94 records are accurate.
Let us know with a comment if you like the new website to check your authorized stay or if you prefer the stamp. Also, let us know when you're planning to get married and start this process, or if you're already married and working on everything.
And we're always curious to hear what your goals are when it comes to your immigration. What does the perfect case scenario look like? How do you anticipate your immigration going? We love hearing from you guys, so whatever questions or comments you have, drop them below.
And if you haven't yet, get your free copy of our Ultimate Guide to Marriage Immigration mini course. It will help you better understand how your marriage green card process will look like and will help you decide on what is the best approach for you guys. Otherwise, subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next week with our new video.